Hello, my name is Stefano Kerberos, also known as Queerrilla, and I'm here to pay tributes to Little Big Adventure, which is an awesome game that I experienced first when I was a little kid. I suppose I was in elementary school or middle school, and I only had a Game Boy and maybe a 487 PC, my dad PC. And I don't quite remember how I managed to own a copy of LBA because I used to live in a small town. Basically, someone's cousin or someone's uncle gave me a copy of it. I don't remember if it was like from a collection or the standalone copy, but I was hooked from the start, from the get-go. I was used to play Zelda on the Game Boy Color, or nope, on the original Game Boy, on the OG Game Boy, and I really loved the Zelda formula. I was really happy to discover that also PC games had something similar to Zelda, because, I mean, the mechanics of the game of LBA are pretty much like a tank-controlled Zelda, if you think about it. And I was super invested in Twin Sun's story. Because, I mean, from the get-go, you start from a prison, which is one of the best things that could happen for a little boy who dreams about adventure and stuff. So the first time you boot up the game, you are in a prison and you have to evade. And I was so happy. To this day, escaping prisons in video game is one of the things that makes me happy because it's it's a game of wit, of intelligence. You have to move like a ninja not to be discovered. Then, when you finally escape the prison, you are in a beautiful city, and it always reminded me a lot of Playmobil games, like not the Lego, the other ones, very plasticky, with beautiful colors and that pre-rendered graphics. It was so cool. I mean, at the time, it was pretty modern to think about it. I mean, uh, not many games on the PC were so beautiful. My first memory of LBA is pretty much this, discovering that a PC game was so full of adventure, color, music, and pretty hard to play. So it was basically a PC version of Zelda, which with an European twist, and I was delighted. What LBA means to me. So I was really invested in the adventure, platforming, and all the adventure, the story. I was always trying to think about how to outmaneuver the enemies. I was really invested in the mythology of it all, and it was a delight to see. So my parents were very happy that I was playing something that wasn't very violent for a change. But what happens is that revisiting the game as an adult, my god, the story is very grim. It talks about fascism, racism, environmental causes. It's a witch hunt against religion and freedom of speech. It's pretty dark for a game that was meant to be played by kids. So, playing it again, now that I am basically 35, I start to actually see the whole game on another perspective, which is pretty much a liberating story. I mean, Twinsen, yes, he has the chosen by the goddess, but basically he's saving his people from a tyranny, from pretty nasty, dark, fascist poop. So it struck me a lot, especially in this environment and in the political turmoil we are living in. I found it so refreshing, and especially because of the themes of the game, it's actually a game that is holding up today. The first time I logged in Twitch, the first game I looked for was Ultima 7. and then Ultima Underworld, and then finally LBA. And I discovered a great community around Little Big Adventure 1 and 2. So I was really, really happy to see a lot of people and a very healthy and nice community who are clinging so much on some childhood memories and then creating something new, discussing about the game, speedrunning it. So basically, I have to thank you all because this community rocks. I mean, uh, it's an obscure European games from the 90s, yes, but it's one of those games that still warms the heart of people playing it today, unless they are in speedrunning it. Because, oh my god, this is so difficult. One of the area I remember the most from from LBA is actually the Temple of Boo, which is my favorite location. And I'm so happy to have been the artist that opened the LBA marathon because I had the chance to do what I like, do what I do for work, so illustration and graphic design, and and draw like a very Indiana Jones-esque rendition of the Temple of Boo, which is, I mean, it's a pretty good damn area. Not for speedrunners though. I mean, I may be an old man, basically. I'm still that kid with a big ol' ass Italian English dictionary trying to learn English to play LBA. And I remember actually when I finished the game after a couple of years, because it was really difficult for a kid, I remember writing on my diary, "Thank you, Adeline Soft, for this game." So thank you again, Adeline Soft, and thank you again for this great community. It has been a pleasure.